Preeti had been walking for over 4 months now. Staying with relatives or strangers, she ate free meals at temples or with locals, and bought what she could with money given by those who asked for a prayer in return. She was on a pilgrimage to Puri from Delhi, where she lived with her 3 children. Her husband passed away last year, and since then she had felt a sickness and the darkness enveloping her. Local priests told her that she should undertake a holy journey to draw closer to Krishna, and after having a vision of the holy Jagannath temple, she decided to drop off her kids with her sister, who understood her despair, and just like that, packed a change of clothing, the coins she had saved for a rainy day, and set out towards Puri. She had doubted herself many times when her feet became blistered and her shoes gave out, when she almost got robbed and only got saved by a kind woman who saw the situation and pretended to be her friend, when she went days without eating when traversing deserts and forests. The late fall heat was still oppressive, but she felt heartened that she would reach Puri in the next 3 days. Every step as she walked along the road, she recited a prayer, trying to keep her thoughts pure and untainted by the world. She'd gotten up at 5 a.m. that morning, after staying at a temple in Pahala, eating some fruits, having some chai, and setting out before 6. The dizzying scene as she was entering the metropolitan coast of Odessa was a challenge to her recitation. She did her best to focus, but by noon she needed to go off the road and sit under the shade of a mango tree. It was hot, dusty, and glaringly sunny. She took out some dried mango that she was given at the temple early that morning and snapped on them. A motorcycle nearly ran over her as she turned the street corner. She was almost used to those incidents now. Almost, but not quite. Soon she got up and decided to leave, but a young woman appeared next to her. "Namaste," the young woman said, pressing her palms together and bowing slightly. Surprised, Preeti reciprocated. "I see you are a pilgrim," the young woman said. "I'm Pooja. Can you carry something to Puri for me?" "Perhaps. What is it?" Preeti asked, intrigued. Pooja produced what looked like a golden pocket watch. "It's for Guru Pranav," she said. "Ask anyone at the temple and they will know." "A watch?" Preeti asked. "Yes and no," Pooja answered, then added, "Please just promise me one thing. Don't open it under any circumstances." Preeti felt a chill down her spine. "It won't hurt you or anyone if you don't open it," Pooja tried to be reassuring. Preeti was starting to feel extremely uneasy, but Pooja seemed sincere and desperate, and Preeti understood what desperation can make one do, so she agreed. Instead of thanking her, Pooja immediately hugged Preeti and sobbed into her arms. Preeti was feeling more curious than ever, but presently Pooja pulled back and said she had to go and left at once. Preeti therefore put the curious object in her fabric pouch on her belt and carried on her journey. The day went by uneventfully, and after staying with locals who opened their doors to the stream of pilgrims to Puri, she was in the city by mid-morning 2 days later. Preeti could feel anticipation and relief as she saw the Jagannath temple in the distance. Finally, here she was, at the conclusion of her journey. Perhaps, after some healing here, she could finally feel light again and return home to Delhi with peace of mind. She'd almost forgotten about Pooja's watch by then, but as she was ascending the stairs towards the temple, she heard a faint ticking from her bag, which made her remember at once. Curious and frankly a little worried, she went to a less crowded area and opened her bag. Surely enough, the little watch was making ticking sounds, and even gently vibrating a little. Preeti couldn't contain herself further, and decided to open the watch at once. Somehow, however, the watch resisted her efforts to pry it open. Frustrated, Preeti gave up and almost decided to bring it to its destination without interfering with it. But then suddenly, it popped open on its own. It looked like an ordinary watch at once, and Preeti was almost disappointed. But then suddenly, a tiny mechanical voice from the little machine started chanting a prayer. At once, a cloud covered the sun, and as Preeti lifted her head to look up, she saw clouds gathering and strangely turning in circles in the sky. That's when Preeti started regretting what she did. The watch voice then started talking about a certain Lord Vikram and how he was destined to return to the world and wipe away all peoples. and the voice grew louder and louder, to the point that curious passerby started looking her way. Frightened, she closed the watch at once, and instantly the voice stopped, order returned to the world, and the sun was shining again. By now, she only wanted to part with the watch, so immediately started seeking Guru Pranav. After speaking to 3 women in the temple, one finally understood her request and told her to come at midnight tonight, same location. Disappointed about having to wait, Priti spent the rest of the day standing in line to be served a vegetarian meal at the temple kitchen. Then, after napping on the temple floor, she woke up at 11:30 p.m. and headed to the appointment spot. When she arrived, she saw a man sitting on the ground, shirtless, back-facing her. Guru Pranav? She inquired gently. The man slowly turned to face her, and Priti recoiled in horror. The man had been completely disfigured, with a large scar diagonal on his face, from his left eye, which he lost, all the way down to the right side of his neck. Yes, I am Pranav, the man said in a deep voice. I have something for you, Priti said, trying to contain her churning gut. The Vikram compass, the man said and nodded. Thank you. Priti produced the compass, hoping to be done once and for all and leave. But then Pranav took the compass and said, Stay. Priti took a deep breath and obeyed. Do you know what the Vikram compass is? Priti shook her head. It was made by my ancestors 1,000 years ago, Pranav explained. It is a little mechanism that could summon the gods to destroy the earth when things go wrong, so a new beginning could come in the world. Priti looked at the compass with wonder. So far, nobody's ever used the compass, but it has been turned on now. I saw you yesterday, and I saw the sun dim. I didn't mean to, Priti tried to explain herself, while deep feelings of guilt and worry welled up inside her. I heard a tick, so I wondered what was causing it, and, well, I didn't know, I'm sorry. It's not your fault, Pranav reassured her. Its timer was on, and would have turned on whether you took it out of your bag or not. Priti felt relief for herself, but concerned for the world. We don't have much time now to prepare for the dimming of the sun, which will occur in the next 49 days. You have to help me. Priti nodded, but what could she do? Come here again tomorrow. We'll go to the kitchen and tell the women there to prepare for a feast and get all the pilgrims and even the whole city to start praying. Pranav paused, then said, But enough for today. Go to bed now and come back tomorrow morning at 6. Priti acquiesced and left, feeling both amazement and fear at once.